Hello, my name is Maria de Souza. I am a Feldenkrais and a yoga teacher. I focus my work on posture, not only because posture makes you feel good, look good and boost your self-confidence, but also because good posture keeps you away from pain. Something that you might not realize is that most of these ailments and conditions that we see around, that people suffer with, are a result of misalignments and imbalances we create in the body as we go about life. And once we start addressing those misalignments and imbalances, that's when you start seeing a shift in your health. So this is what my work is all about: healing movement, a movement that heals the body, that helps the body to go back to its natural state. These are all movements that require patience and time. There is no quick fix here with me. We need to take the time to do these movements, feeling them in our body. Without that, there's no healing that takes place. And don't allow yourself to be fooled by quick fixes and quick exercises to heal this and that. This is not what the body requires. We need to re-educate the nervous system to go back to its natural state, and we can only do that by somatic movements, slow, gentle. So I'm coming back with part 2 of a series of exercises of healing movements that will help you to address imbalances in the spine. So you have to look and watch the video number 1 to understand what this is about. So we're gonna carry on with the exercises. So do part 1 and then you carry on with this one. So if you're starting, so you can do these exercises one after the other, or you can take a break as well. You can take a day and go to video number 2 and then video number 3. So every time you come to a video, and if you start it from a fresh, say in a different day, then please start with the somatic awareness that I did in video number 1. Okay, always start with that before going into doing the exercise. I'm not going to do that here, just for the sake of keeping this video short. Okay, so please start with a somatic awareness. Okay, and then you're gonna go, after you have taken the time to do the somatic awareness, feeling yourself on the floor like part 1, video 1, then you're going to come back here to this position. And in part 1 we also spent some time here to make sure that we're all good here, so make sure you watch that. So now, last time what we did the 2 different things. We did the arch of the lower back, so exaggerating the arch, and then we went to the side. Okay, so today we're gonna let that go, and we're going to do the opposite of the arch of the lower back. We're going to flatten as much as we can the lower back onto the floor, pressing the sacrum onto the floor gently. There's no pushing here or force. Okay, there is a level of effort, of course, because we're moving, we need to make some effort to move, but there's nothing close to pushing or to straining. Okay, so I also mentioned about having something under your head, so please make sure that your head is comfortable. So now, instead of, remember what I said in video number 1, your pelvis is so this is a mini series of different exercises to help you to address the imbalances in the spine. Addresses imbalances in the pelvis as well, this one. It does so much for you. So whatever is going on, do this mini series and come back and let me know if what it did for you. Now, remember the analogy of the bowl, that your pelvis is the bowl of water, and in the first video we tipped the water out. Towards the feet, I mean. This time we're going to tip the water towards the head. Okay, so the pelvis is going to turn, is going to tilt towards the head, as if you want to tip the water towards your head. And as you do that, you'll feel your belly button squeezing in ever so slightly, and your sacrum, your lower back, presses on the floor. So now there is no curve in the lower back, or very little curve. Depends what the level of curve you have in your back. Okay, at the level of your lordosis. Okay, so the movement here is to bring the pelvis, tilt the pelvis towards the head, so that you tip the water towards the head, and you press the sacrum, the tailbone, the lower back. It's all flatten towards the floor. Okay, and like in video number 1, we're going to do that with the breath. So to tilt the water out towards the feet, we inhale. Now we're going to do the opposite. You're going to exhale. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the belly button ever so slightly in, so they can feel everything sinking towards the floor. So you do that on the exhalation. The pelvis is tilting towards the head, and you press everything towards the floor. And then as you inhale, you let go, you come to your neutral. Notice again where your neutral is, like we did in part 1. So inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to tilt the pelvis, and you're going to flatten the belly, you're going to flatten the lower back, the sacrum, the tailbone against the floor. And then as you inhale, you relax, letting everything go. And you carry on with this movement, with the breath. Again, like we said in video number 1, the movement follows the breath. The movement starts when the breath starts, when the exhalation in this case starts, and it finishes, and the movement finishes when the exhalation finishes. And then as you inhale, you let everything go. Okay? I'm moving my hands because I talk with the hands as much as with the mouth. So you're not doing that. Your arms are relaxed. So exhale, tilt the pelvis, press the lower back onto the floor. Flatten the lower back towards the floor. Inhale, let go. If when you let go and come to neutral, if the breath becomes a little bit difficult or complicated, don't stress yourself, please. Just take a moment in the middle, in neutral. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in a few times, take as much time as you can to make the movement smooth and easy and relaxed and graceful. Okay, so we move with the exhalation. So breathe in. Next time the exhalation starts, you're going to tilt the pelvis so that you press. Make sure you're not lifting the the pelvis away from the floor. It's the same movement as if you're lifting the pelvis away from the floor. You're doing the same kind of tilt, which is moving the pelvis towards the head. Okay, so that's the tilt, but you're not moving the pelvis away from the floor. Okay, you just tilt enough to feel the lower back pressing flatten on the floor. Okay, and then inhale, you let go, and do that a few times. Remember what I brought to you in video number 1, that analogy, another analogy. Now it's a different analogy to help you to go slower, smooth. Is that old-fashioned lift never rushes. It goes up and up and up and up and up and up. We're not going up here and down, but you know what I mean. And then down and down and down and down and down. So it's not a sharp movement. We're not doing sharp movements here. They are tiny, 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 tiny movements. So as we move the pelvis towards the head, we move and move and move and moving with the breath. The breath will help with that. Okay, we've been through the breath in video number 1. So that's why it's so important that you watch video number 1, okay, before you start doing this, because it's all there. I don't want to go all over again, otherwise you're gonna be bored. And it's just another long video. Okay. So, slowly moving. With the breath. Your feet, feel your feet gently pressing the floor to help you with this movement in the pelvis. The movement is in the pelvis. Your awareness is in the pelvis. Your effort is to move the pelvis. Okay, then, just like in video number 1, we're going to add something else. You're going to start noticing or feeling the movement traveling through as you press and bring the lower back flat on the floor. Notice, feel the movement traveling through the spine, and notice what's happening with your chin, with your head. What's happening with your head? That's it. I can hear you. Your chin is moving away, ever so slightly away from the chest. Okay, so your forehead is moving back. Can you feel that? Good. So now, just like we did in the previous video, you're going to exaggerate that movement in the head. So now you need to make a slightly effort as well to move the head so that you kind of look behind you and the chin goes more away from the chest, okay? And then as you inhale, you let go and relax. Exhaling here. Inhaling, let go. Take a breath in the middle if you need to adjust your breath. And you look behind you. Or if you prefer, keep the eyes closed. But move the chin away so that all these muscles in the neck gently contract. Inhaling, let everything go to relaxing state. So notice it's not a sharp movement. You're not gonna go. We're not exercising, we're moving, healing movement. inhale, you move on the exhalation. Everything sinks here in the belly, squeezes towards the floor. Inhale, letting go. You may need some time to adjust the movement to the breath. Take your time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with the movement. Healing only takes place with patience. There are no quick fixes here. I like doing it with the eyes closed, but you do you. And I'm noticing that it's just easier if when we inhale, and that's me today, okay? When I inhale and come back to neutral, it's just easier for me to take another inhalation here in neutral and then inhale again, and that's only in the next exhalation that I move. Okay, so try that as well, so that you're not stressing your nervous system. Okay, so inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and move. Exaggerate that lift of the chin. Inhale to neutral. Exhale, and then inhale, and next time you exhale, you move. Take your time to coordinate the movement with the breath. Make sure that your jaw is relaxed, that there is a space between the top and the bottom jaw so that the teeth are not touching. Remember, it's important to start again the movement from a relaxed state. The muscles are relaxed every time we start the movement. Going really to the end of the exhalation, so don't rush the breath, and then inhaling back. Okay, so you carry on moving like this for a good minute, okay? A good minute, slowly and gently. Each time you want to make the movement gentler and smoother and with less effort, okay? But remember that when you move into the movement, you are exaggerating this movement. The body is contracting, these muscles are contracting into this shape, okay? and then you let go. Okay, but go within your own comfort. Okay, you don't want to strain, you don't want to be in pain. Okay, if you feel pain, please don't stop. Stop yourself from moving. Try and leave it slower, gentlier. Find ways where you don't trigger the pain. Okay, because the pain is in the brain. Okay, so you need to re-educate the nervous system not to trigger that pain. Okay, so try different things. Go slower, gently. Take more breaks. Okay, let me know below what's going on, and I'll see if I can adjust things for you. Okay, so after you've spent doing this movement for a good minute or as long as it is comfortable for you, okay, so if you are in pain, maybe you do it less, you take more breaks, maybe you come back tomorrow or in an hour or 2 hours time. I promise things will get better, okay, but do it with patience, slowly, gently, okay, that's the only way that body is going to heal. After you did that for a good minute, that movement, we spend quite a lot of time here. You won't spend that much time because I'm going through every single points that are very important, okay, for the process of healing. And then you take a break after you did the movement. Feel yourself on the floor, the contact of yourself on the floor. And you spend resting here for as long as you need, as you can. Now we're going to back this position, feet on the floor, and now we're going to combine both movements, the movements that we did last week or last video, and this movement. Okay, so in the last video we exaggerated that arch in the lower back, and this video we flatten the lower back onto the floor. Now we're going to combine both movements. Okay, so let's start with the arch. So again with the breath, take a moment here, breathe in, breathe out. Next time the inhalation comes, the in-breath comes, you're going to tilt the pelvis forwards. Remember, the water is going towards your feet and the chin comes towards the chest. Inhale in here, and then as you exhale, you go to the other extreme. So you're going from one extreme, which is this extreme, and then exhale, you're going to flatten the lower back into the floor, and the chin moves away from the chest, and you look behind you, or keep your eyes closed, whatever you're doing, okay? And then you're doing this on exhalation, and then inhale, come into the middle to neutral and relax. Okay, so we're going from one extreme to the other extreme, straight to the other extreme, and then relax. Okay, and then we start again. From one extreme to the other extreme, relax. Okay? Okay, let's do it. Inhale, exhale. Oh, next time the inhalation comes, you know what to do. You're tilting the pelvis forwards, arching the lower back, chin comes towards the chest. We exaggerate in this movement here, contracting the muscles in the back, extending those muscles here, contracting the muscles there, exaggerate, and then exhale to the other extreme. Inhale back to neutral and rest for 1 or 2 breaths or many breaths, whatever many breaths you need. Please give yourself permission to do that. So when I say we're going from extreme to extreme and exaggerate, That only means just is for you to understand that there is an effort in the movement, but it's not pushing, it's not straining, it's not pain. Okay, you move within your own comfort. Okay, your extreme is going to be different to mine, or more or less. Okay, so wherever you do, whatever, what I want to express here is that you contracted the muscles when you are in this extreme, but you're not in pain, you're not pushing so hard that you're here like this. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so of course there is an effort, the muscles are contracting, and I'm doing a certain level of effort here, but I'm not here. The breath will tell you. The breath is smooth. I'm going from extreme to extreme here. I'm inhaling, but the breath is smooth. The breath is happy. The breath is flowing. Inhalation, exhaling. Yes, I'm contracting. I'm doing some effort here, but the breath is smooth. I'm not contracting the breath. I'm contracting the muscles, not the breath. The breath is smooth, and the breath is telling me when to move. And relax. So that's my point here. It is extreme from one to the other. It is contraction, but not in the breath. The breath is smooth. The movement is smooth as well. Okay? So there's a big difference between two. Okay, so I just want to make this point just to make sure we get that. Okay, because I do in classes, I do see people, I can't read that. That's not what we're doing here. Okay, so it's smooth with the breath, with a level of effort. Okay, so let's carry on for a good minute again, going from extreme to extreme and pausing. Okay, and when you pause, stay there for as long as you need. Okay, now I'm back in the middle. Inhale, exhale, and when I inhale, tilting forwards. Chin towards the chest. Exhale to the other extreme. Flatten the bed, squeezing the belly button in ever so slightly. Everything is sinking here. Chin moves away. Inhale to neutral. And notice that I stay there quite a long time, you know, reasonably long time there, because that's how my breath works. When I exhale, 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 and I can go a long way. I'm not forcing. I'm a yogi, I'm a yoga teacher, so I've been practicing deep breathing for a long time. So when I breathe out, I breathe out and out and out and out and out, and I can go a long time, a long way. So I'm just following my breath, allowing the movement to follow the breath, and I need to stay there, because if I don't, then I'm forcing my breath in, and I don't want to do that. When you go and my breathe out is longer than my breathe in, as naturally it is. When I breathe out, I stay there. You might think, oh, she's staying there for such a long time. it might be different for you. Maybe you don't stay, maybe your breath is not so long. Okay, so you don't breathe as you don't exhale as much as I do, and that's okay. You follow your breath. Okay. When you breathe in as well, it might not be as deep as mine, and that's okay. You follow your breath. Okay, and then again you do this for a minute or so, and then you take a break. Feel yourself on the floor, noticing the contact of yourself on the floor. Notice how that feels different from the very beginning of this class. No, now there's more to this exercise or this healing movement. I'll come back with another video. Okay, so practice this. If you want to go back and do this, you can do that. Go back to do the first part as well, and I'll bring to you part number 3 next week, or it's already there, whatever time you're watching these videos. So take the time to do it slowly, gently, with patience. And let me know below what's going on, your experience. Let's share it with the community. Let's learn with each other, support each other. And if you liked this video, give me the thumbs up so that Mr. YouTube can put my videos more up there, so that we can reach out to more people to help everyone to heal the body. Share it around with your tribe, and please leave me comments. Let me know what's going on. Okay, and I'll be back with part 3 in a week time, or whenever you're watching this, which might be already there. I don't know. Funny thing, the internet, isn't it? Right, okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you at the next video. Bye bye now.